What is Cafe Mocha? Experts, celebrities.
Hey, this is John Legend.
Yours truly, Idris Elba.
This is Fantasia.
I am Ian Levinson.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Tamar Braxton.
Music and features from a woman's perspective. Intriguing conversation. The Swag Award. Espresso. The MC Light Mix. Radio from a woman's perspective.
What flavor are you, baby?
This is Cafe Mocha.
It's Cafe Mocha. I'm Angelique. In theaters right now is the love story Beyond the Lights. We've got the star Nate Parker first up. Then Luenelle joins us to talk about everything from being a big girl in Hollywood to her new scary movie, Matthew 18. And just what does President Obama think of Key and Peele's impersonation of him? Peele is here to tell us. It's Cafe Mocha.
Everybody stand up.
It's Cafe Mocha. I'm Angelique, and she's a huge pop star. He's her bodyguard, and they fall in love. Beyond the Lights is in theaters this weekend. Got a chance to talk to Nate Parker about just how real it got on the set. And he talks about how he and his co-star built their chemistry and what happened when the director sent them on a real date.
She sent us on the date, which was one of the toughest things I've ever had to do because, here I am as a cop in the character, but as a man in real life, having to protect this woman from these aggressive, borderline violent paparazzi, and like she said, it was in public, so we're dealing with a restaurant owner that doesn't understand that we're acting, and so he's calling the real police, and we're hiding in the kitchen, and we're looking at each other, and we're like, is this what it is? It's so much work, it's so exhausting, and it made me really think, like, could I have a relationship with someone that had this level of stardom, and I was really doubtful, because it's, where are the intimate moments? When the paparazzi has a long lens shooting through your hotel room, how do you have children? I felt a certain way about the artists that would cover their kids with blankets, and I was like, who could do that to their kid? Like, their kid's under there, like, what the hell's going on? I hear something happening, but then you experience a film like this, and you see just how intrusive that entire process can be, and you understand it.
Now, there's a point in the film where your dad, Danny Glover, who wants you to be the next president, turns up his nose at your pop star girlfriend and says she's not first lady material.
I think even that statement is misogynistic. I mean, who's to know? You know what I mean? It's like there's such an apathy around the way women are treated, whether it be in media or whether it be in real life. It's so accepted. And it's like that thing where you get hit on the head, but you ignore that it happened. And you ignore the swelling, and you walk around like everything's okay. Like, this is our everyday. We hear the chanting of music, you don't have to love women. Don't love them. If you love them, you're going to lose. If you love them, you're going to lose. Just get as many as you can and exploit them, because that's the way it's supposed to be. And you hear that from people you love. My experience growing up, having my uncles raise me, they thought they were doing the right thing by telling me, okay, well, first things first, this is how you get girls. You know what I mean? And so those women that we say aren't first lady material, a lot of their experiences have been shaped by men that had that kind of ideology around women. So I think that him saying, as an elder, this woman, because of what I see on television, because this image of what she is, she's not worthy of your love. She's not worthy of you putting her in a place where you would, be with her or give her a sincere appreciation for who she is. And he rejected that, and he followed his own heart, and he found his voice in that relationship. So I think it's great that you bring that up, because people, in spite of their good intentions, can really lead us in directions that aren't healthy.
It's Cafe Mocha live in the studio with Luenelle. Finally live in the studio.
I'm here with you.
Excellent. And
yes.
Of course, you are always busy, always doing stuff. I'm really excited about the thing going on with Wendy Williams. How's that been going, her Vegas comedy?
For those who don't know, Wendy has hired me as her comedy coach because she first came up with the idea when she was having her 50th birthday approaching. And as things would happen, the Venetian Hotel got wind of that desire to help her little bucket list come true. So they asked her to come out there, and she hired me to help her structure and punch up her little comedic stories that she had. And we did. It was great. They had us back again on Halloween and November 1st, at which time I was able to come on the show as well and perform.
Oh, cool.
And so now we've joined such an alliance that we're going to be together, along with some other comedians, at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center, or as y'all like to call it out here, NJPAC. on the 15th
Okay.
of November.
Now, how is Wendy? Because I haven't seen one drop of the stand-up. How is it?
You know, Wendy is very talkative and amusing and animated anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So all she really is doing is just taking some of her stories from her, existence and weaving them together in a storybook type of way. So you have sort of like a beginning, middle, and an end, and it's just like one big story that she tells.
Okay.
So it's that's what all of us great comics do. I strive to be great. Richard Pryor didn't tell jokes; he told stories.
Right.
And, Bill Cosby told many, many long-winded stories, and so that's really what we do. But there are comics that are great telling jokes. Michael Blackson, Michael Collier. Mm-hmm. They're very punch. But that's not my style, and that's not the style that Wendy has adopted for herself. And she's very, very funny. I think everybody will enjoy seeing her.
It's Cafe Mocha talking to Luenelle, who has a new movie coming out. More on the way.
Dance.
You got a man? What?
I have a couple of little thoughts running around, with their name on it. But I have somebody that I actually like. I don't never like nobody. I haven't liked anybody for years that make my heart pump or anything like that. I got somebody I like.
What's
and
up
they like
with
me
that?
too. Well, we're long distance. I'm always on the road, so it's very, very hard to maintain a relationship in my position. Just, usually when the men go on the road, they know where the chick is. Mm-hmm. They can come home to her. They can fly her to him. I'm not in that position yet.
Right.
But when the woman is on the road, it's very hard for a man to deal with a woman who travels as much as I do.
So what do you want to do next? I mean, you do everything, but ideally, if you could just anything, what would it be?
Well, actually, Wendy has taken me under her production wing, and we're trying to get a show for myself. So I need to have that because once I get a show for myself, I'm on TV weekly. Number one, my fans could get a dose of me and they can see me, even the ones that can't come out the house because everybody who loves you can't is not mobile. And then once I get my show, my club money will go up. Yay. Mm-hmm. And then once that happens, I just want to, do like people have done for me. I would like to reach back and, produce and help get other people put on, so that more people can take care of their own homes and take care of their own kids and, educate and, get their cars upgraded, get their teeth upgraded. I want to help folks get their life,
Yeah, that's true.
So that's what I would like to do.
Talking to Luenelle, her new movie, Matthew 18, a scary movie.
It's scary.
Scary, not scary movie, scary. Really scary.
Not just scary because I'm in it.
I think you're going to turn into a crazy psycho witch or something. It comes out November 14th. How do people reach you?
Well, the men, and the ladies too, can reach me on Twitter or Instagram. They're both the same handle, at Luenelle, at LUENELL, and I welcome all new followers. Go on my Instagram. My Instagram is like a reality show.
Okay.
I was just with Snoop yesterday filming something.
Cool.
We met Oscar de la Hoya this week, and then I'm gonna go and do these shows here in New York. I'm flying to, we're gonna have the Soul Train Awards. It's gonna have a lot of people be there, and Wendy is hosting that as well this year. And in my website, if you want to just check out some videos or perhaps find my email, is heyluenelle.com, HeyLuenell.com.
Excellent. Matthew 18, it's coming out. It's a scary movie. November 14th. Make sure you check it out.
As usual, black folks, we were too late for Halloween, but oh well.
Oh well. I was thinking that. I'm glad you said it.
That's what I do. I say what everybody is thinking. Yes, we missed Halloween, but you still could be scared during the holiday.
That's right. It's Cafe Mocha. It's Cafe Mocha. I'm Angelique. Want to give a shout out to one of my favorite cab drivers, Fred Joyner. And don't forget, Cafe Mocha Salute Her Chicago is coming to the Ritz-Carlton Monday, December 8th. Amongst other amazing women, we're honoring R&B diva Selena Johnson. Come out, get inspired, network, raise money for Chicago's Tabitha House Recovery Home for Women. Get more info at cafemocharadio.com. On the way, Peele of Key and Peele talks about meeting the president. It's Cafe Mocha. I am on the line with one half of Key and Peele, new season on Comedy Central, Wednesday, 10:30. How are you, Peele?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Thanks for having me here.
No problem. Now, everybody's been trying to get that In Living Color formula. Dave Chappelle hit it a little bit until, the situation happened. How did you guys quietly sneak in there and grab that spot?
Well, it was there to be grabbed. I think the big thing for us was you can't try and do In Living Color or Dave Chappelle. You got to do a show that could only exist now.
Right.
And that's the big, and also a show that only Keegan and I could perform. So I think that's the big, the recipe is, it's, we take our influences and then we try to apply it to a show that is uniquely 2014.
Right. Talking to Key and Peele, Peele. It's on Comedy Central Wednesdays at 10:30 p.m. Now, for people who don't know your story and your history, who is Key and Peele? Who are you guys?
We were, on Mad TV for about 5 years, and then we came out as mixed. But we are, that was a relevant part of our story only because, we started our show when right after Barack Obama was elected. And we felt like, there is, this is something that people are interested in. The fact that there are many, there's a gradient of African American experience here.
Right.
We really think of ourselves like we're jesters. We're here to point the finger at hypocrisy and silly stuff wherever we see it, and take no prisoners.
Okay, speaking of taking no prisoners, the Obama routine. So
I think the routine we're talking about is Luther. We have an anger translator for Barack Obama.
Right.
There was just a point for a while there where everyone was trying to act like this country was above race. There was this attitude that, okay, we elected a black president, so it's a post-race world, yay! But there was still some pretty hairy stuff going on, So we were like, we got to make this surrogate for the president. So we created Luther, and that's Keegan's character, and what he does is he translates the anger that the president can't actually express, because, of course,
the president.
You never see the president get angry. It's not because he doesn't, but it's because he has to remain presidential.
Right. So you play the president, and then Key plays the alter ego / voice of what the president really wants to say.
That's right. He's just the everyman. He's just the dude who everyone was thinking it, but Luther screamed it.
It's Cafe Mocha talking to Key and Peele, Wednesdays 10:30 on Comedy Central. When we come back, Peele, I'm going to ask you a very important question. That is, what do white people think of the show? Coming up on Cafe Mocha.
You pull it out, then you open wide.
What's being talked about on the street, online, and sister to sister? It's Did Y'all See? On Cafe Mocha.
Did y'all see the video of the woman who was taunting this guy on the F train, and she went and hit him with her shoe, and he slapped the crap out of her? I mean, you felt the slap through the video. And so the police started investigating the people, and the woman was charged with felony assault, and the guy was also charged for slapping her. So a lot of people are saying that, she definitely provoked him, and he shouldn't have, incurred any charges for the situation. So what do you guys think about that?
I definitely think that she should have been charged, because there's no reason why you're slapping someone with your almost 8-inch Steve Madden shoe, especially like as a native New Yorker, you need to mind your business, especially during the late hours of the morning when you're on the train.
And I mean, I'm not condoning violence against women, but she was definitely out of line. Like, there was no reason for her to be going at that guy the way that she did. He seemed to be minding his business and even trying to, brush her off for a little while before he snapped. But yeah, it was uncalled for.
Well, that's our perspective. We want to hear yours. Log on to madamenoir.com and watch Did Y'all See?
That was Did Y'all See? With the ladies of Madame Noir on Cafe Mocha. For more, check out cafemocharadio.com. This is Cafe Mocha.
It's Cafe Mocha. I am talking to Peele of Key and Peele. It's on Wednesday nights, 10:30 on Comedy Central. What do white people think? I mean, I've seen like the Alien Imposters skit where you just calling white people out. What do they say to you on the street back in Southfield, Michigan?
We get a lot of white people, saying, my son loves your show. Can I get a picture with you? My son just loves your show. We got audience of all types. We have it's ultimately, people are happy to meet somebody on TV. So we don't get too much of a negative reaction in person from anybody. But, it's, man, listen, we have young, old, male, female, black, white, Latino, Asian, so many different kinds of fans.
Right.
That we get away with murder, and we do. We actually in that sketch we kill a white person in that sketch. And
yes, you did.
We've gotten away with that.
It's Cafe Mocha talking to Peele of Key and Peele. The new season is on Wednesdays, 10:30 on Comedy Central. Now, one day Dave Chappelle woke up, gave the white man back his money, and said, "You know what? I think these people are laughing at me, not with me." Do you guys worry about any of the social implications or repercussions of the black-eared sketches that you're doing?
My goal is to get people to laugh.
Right.
And I think the key for us is we do the comedy that makes us laugh.
Right.
We do the comedy that we would want to do. Nobody leads us in any direction. We just do what makes us laugh. So with that, we can wake up and go to sleep on that, knowing that, you could tell a joke. Somebody somewhere could be an awful person and laugh at that joke for the wrong way.
Right.
But you can't think about how everybody's going to be laughing at a joke. All you can do is do what we were born to do.
All right, Key and Peele Wednesday nights, Comedy Central. Definitely check it out. Set the DVR for 10:30 p.m. Wednesday nights. Thank you, Peele.
Come on.
I'm Angelique with the Cafe Mocha Espresso. Beyond the Lights is in theaters now. Writer-director Gina Bythewood explains how R&B singer The Dream wound up handling the soundtrack.
Early on, the only target I had was The Dream. Knew that he could do the raunch at the beginning of the movie, but also write beautiful love songs like he does for Beyonce. And I wanted somebody at that level.
Danny Glover loved playing Nate Parker's dad.
If I had a son, I would be like Nate, you know what I'm saying? But there's a strong connection between them. They've grown together, and certainly with his father's urging, my urging, that he's pushed himself. And he believes that his father is providing the right roadmap for him to go.
And basketball star Amari Stoudemire makes his debut as a producer of the movie.
This film, you're going to get an array of emotions. I mean, there's exciting parts that are very intriguing. Then there's a downside to that when you get very sad about Noni's character when she wants to commit suicide. The heart of the film is pretty much just finding, true love and what that really means and finding yourself.
Check out Beyond the Lights in theaters now. I'm Angelique, and that's The Espresso.
This is Cafe Mocha.
It's Cafe Mocha, one experience, it's the light mix. This is MC Light hanging with you for the next 10 minutes, kicking out that old school.
Wrapping up the show with MC Light. It's called The Light Mix. I'm called Angelique. And don't forget, if you are going to be in Chicago Monday, December 8th, we're hosting Salute Her Chicago in conjunction with Gentle Treatment and Prudential. We're honoring some amazing women, including R&B diva Selena Johnson. Come out and network, get inspired, get ready for the holidays. We're also raising money for Chicago's Tabitha House Recovery Home for Women. Get your tickets and more information at cafemocharadio.com.
Cafe Mocha is a production of Miles Ahead Broadcasting in partnership with Westwood One. Executive producer Sheila Eldridge. Writer and producer Angelique Perrin. For comments, booking, and more information, visit cafemocharadio.com.